Good evening, ladies and gents, this is Nerds the Human, and welcome back to a Medieval 2 American Rebels campaign. And you join us over here in the north, where a French explorer has wandered close by. I can't see them at the moment. Maybe someone with a few more movement points can have a little look-see. Still not quite on the horizon here. Okay, so we've got a tiny bit of time left to get our movement going, because I could very much do with a few more troops. We're just a bit short to deal with the French right now. Yeah, we did spot their boats last time. Yes, we have Admiral Germain, who talks in a, well, very German-sounding accent, it must be said. So we're just going to send all these troops over to Calusa, and in time, maybe we'll have a chance of doing some damage, maybe at least taking out a general or something. So. Yes, one of my little scouts did get himself picked off. If you recall, there was a full stack army of the Chichimecs standing over here, and I think we're going to need to get into battle with them. The problem is these reinforcement armies are pretty much just trash, or at least the archers, who are a bit awkward to use. So, what do we want to do? Probably pull them into an ambush, I would think. And I suspect that's where I was leaving this last time, but I can't remember, you know. Now, the Spanish were also outside Chichimec, but they've decided not to take us on. They are now wandering outside Tikal, which is less than ideal. These lads are just short. That is really not what I wanted to see. You sir can just wander slightly further into the forest. Okay, they've got a lot of troops in this part of the world now. What have they got? A load of point militia. They're okay, actually. Swordsman militia. Again, not that strong, albeit a bit of armour. Quite a small unit of only 30, though, so good chance of taking them on. But unfortunately, no archers over here to help us out. And yeah, we're still struggling with the recruitment in this part of the world. So that is most unfortunate. We can hire over here at Chatumal, so we might as well do so. Fine. We are trying to get more and more of our generals down in this part of the world over to Tikal, but we might be a little bit late. We're plaguing Chichen Itza, so that's not really helping us at all. We are, though, getting all the world's generals over here, which isn't the worst thing in the world, especially this guy over here, Manik, who's the guy probably beat us a couple times and certainly escaped our capture. But that's probably for the best, because he does have Brave. He is logistics expert as well, plus 3 morale for that lad. So I certainly want him in my armies, if I'm at all honest. We'll play back under siege, as you might well expect. But we are now starting to get ourselves plenty of troops over in Apatzigan, which is probably for the best, because yes, our armies are now swinging back around in this direction. Oh yeah, I think this is the force that left from over here in the first place, but at this point we might be able to... Actually, I forgot about the mountains in the way here. Yeah, we might be able to swing around to Zacatecas if we're indeed lucky about this. So, yeah, Mr. Scout, go have a little look-see around Zacatecas. You might get yourself taken on by this guy, but if we're lucky, we can take on both. Well, can we beat both armies? I'm not sure we can beat both in one go. I don't know. But what we can do for now is take on the town over here. And what I should do, to be honest, is take a couple of these slightly weakened units and just move them into there, which is perfect. And how are we... There we go. How are we doing with this army? Pretty good in general. We can do a little bit more merging, but aside from that, yeah, we'll just send a few more archers in here, because we're probably just going to be shooting these lads down where they stand, I imagine. So, a couple more with experience. Then we got space for one more. The dog soldier are actually better, so I should really send them. Perfect. Let's head in. Let's take on Zacatecas, and at the very least, this army's still going to be floating around for a little bit longer. Hopefully we don't have to face them. So, let's get going. Not an awful lot in here. We'll just shoot them down. Simple enough start then. We are going to try and take the walls. We've actually gone around the side here so that we can get ourselves the best possible approach to the plaza, which is marvellous. They actually didn't have their units all along here, so we're managing to get our men up here without being attacked, which is absolutely marvellous. Obviously, these guys are getting taken on as ever you suspect they would. But ideally for us, they'll pretty much just run off and we'll kill them all on the plaza later. These lads, hilariously, decided to run up all the way over here. Too late to get the ball to activate to shoot us, but just in time for us to get all of the reinforcements into a pincer movement if that's what they want to do. So you lads are all going to run over there. That'll be absolutely beautiful. We've got chaps on the tower over here. Okay, this is all very much going swimmingly thus far. And as you smash down the gate, they are choosing to run. Unsurprising, but if I'm honest, I'm not so sure I want these lads to actually escape. So. No. These lads are going to come down here. These lads are going to come down here. These lads are going to come down here. And we're going to pincer them right now whilst we have the opportunity. That'll be absolutely grand. Apparently that has just activated the tower for them. But no. We're going to take those guys on now. These are some of my good lads. I really don't want to be losing them super horrendously. So maybe I'll put them on guard for the time being, just to hold position as the reinforcements hit them in the rear. Really don't want those guys to be dying. Very good at breaking enemy morale though. So we'll just get in and yeah, you can see now I put them on guard mode. They're probably not killing very many of them, but they haven't actually been dying. They're just blocking for the time being. Now these guys are shaken. They are surrounded, and that should be one unit taken out pretty efficiently, and the rest have retreated towards the plaza. A little skirmish just outside the plaza, then we're just taking on a few of these archers. We'll just try and run through them, actually. That normally does a good job of breaking units. So run through them. We're still at 61. Oh, was that the general? Oh, lovely. Well, that was simple, wasn't it? So, with the enemy general fallen, that's absolutely marvellous. We'll just hack them down as much as we can. Absolutely lovely. Don't want any of them shooting. It's just a bit awkward. And you know what? Are they facing the wrong... I think they're facing the wrong way. We'll just charge into their rear. Not much of a charge, but hey, we flanked them, so I guess we might as well continue. Right, everyone else is getting themselves in position. And we'll just keep hacking these guys down. As you might imagine, we're playing a little bit of the skirmish game right now. They're going to charge in at the archers, shooting at them, and then those archers are going to run away, draw them in to get more archers, and then the game just continues in beautiful fashion. So isn't that just absolutely wonderful? Oh, look at this. They're going to be whittled down in no time. Indeed, there was no real fight back in the end. We shot them down where they stood. 35 losses, pretty minimal, all things considered. Back to the campaign map. And with that, another great city falls to us. Oh yes, all of the monies in the world. I think we'll be sacking that. 24,000 monies. That should put us in a very, very good place indeed. Now, there are lots and lots of options here, which is nice to see. We have some mines just to make sure that we have our general economy running. That's marvellous. A level 4 fields. That's unusual for the rebels to be able to build something to that higher standard. But there we are. We'll take that. Now, this army is largely as we left it, so that's absolutely fine. Probably need to reorganise to pick my best force here. Maybe leave one in here as a defensive army just to hold the city against this force should it decide to attack. So, as a general rule, do I want to merge? Yes, I'll merge what I've got here. But essentially, I really want to take this first half of the army. Actually, we'll leave some of these guys because they're a little bit injured. We'll grab these lads to start off with. That'll be marvellous. And we've got ourselves some pretty nice units over here to help out. Okay, a few Apachean Braves. Some of the Apachean Scouts there. Okay, we'll make what we can. Make do with that for the time being. Yes, okay. Not too brilliant at this point in time. I want to merge this army with something else in time. And to be honest, largely if we're defending the town, we just need enough archers really to do the job. So if we just pack that full of a load of our archers, then I think we'll be pretty pleased about all of that. Lovely stuff. So we've got ourselves a big pile of mess really, I would suggest at this point. Let's give ourselves some of those dog archers. And that will be better. Okay. This army's not looking too terrible. We'll give them one more unit of Apachean Scouts just to ruin all of the order of the units. And you know what? One more little unit of trash infantry. Are we at trash infantry? We've got one more unit of trash. Beautiful. So this army can stroll off in... you know what? Down to Zacatecas probably. We don't really need you to take them there. Well, do we? We might do, you know. Probably best to send you off in that direction, actually. Probably is for the best. Now, we've got ourselves that other general in here. Now, ideally, I don't want this really strong army, or this one for that matter, sitting around there. Yeah, what I need to do is, together the rest of these lads, And where can he get to? You can get around to there potentially. But what I probably should do, I'll tell you what, we'll merge what we've got. Fine, not much to notice on that. But we'll send a little bit of our... Well, we'll send the scouts to scout ahead. That's kind of their job. But, yes, you, sir. You, sir, can just run off over here. You're a bit of a distraction, if nothing else. And you can wander off over here and just kind of get around that other big army. Lovely. Okay. So when these guys turn up in Colatan, hopefully not being poked by those lads, we will... I might be best just sending a few units out to the field, actually, just to get in their way. Is probably for the best. You know what? We'll do that. These 21, although they've got experience, these 21 can do that. And if they stand there... Oh yeah, that doesn't block that way. Okay. Tell you what, we'll use up some movement points if they decide to attack us, so that should protect this unit here. We'll get ourselves around with any luck. If we go a long way, it's not the end of the world. But what we could do is get this army out of the town here. And similar with this, to be honest, I'm going to merge that. And you know what? I reckon I can just leave that pretty empty for the time being. You sirs get into the town. Because as long as we've got this sort of general area plugged up, yeah, what we need to do is get this army repelled, and then we can start using these armies here as the counterattack force over back towards Zacatecas and take that for us. We've got ourselves more forces over here. Tecaman likewise. You can send some of your... send that this way. Some of your archers over there. Is there no way around that way? I suppose there's not. No, that's a bit unfortunate. But hopefully we would have dealt with those armies in time. As for Spain, yes, well... We're going to have to end our turn very soon, just see what happens with this. But things are looking a bit grim in a lot of the map, actually. It's a new dawn, a couple turns later, actually. But at this point, we are now starting to see the Europeans really stomp their feet over the territory. So, yeah. They have arrived, and they are now outside my camp. They haven't... Well, they don't look like they're going to attack it, but they probably will, I suspect. If they don't, then the rest of our units are now moving towards the Mississippi to try and create ourselves some sort of block on the bridge over here. But we will see about that. That could go very wrong in time as well. But, you know, we're just going to try and gather to these main sort of checkpoints around about here. And hopefully we'll be fine. Now, this big army over here has got drawn towards us. I don't really fancy our chances in an all battle, but... we should hopefully, I reckon if they attack us, have them mountain to defend. And what that means is, oh yes, it means that these armies are ready to pounce. So. Okay. We could poke them outside the city, actually. Which could be interesting indeed. You know what? You go there. You, sir, come into there. Can you reach? Oh, you can reach. You can indeed, my good sir. Okay. Now, if we can keep these... Can they get there in 2 turns? Not if I start obstructing them awkwardly. No, they'll lose their movement points and get distracted. Okay. Okay. In we go. He doesn't want to do this. That's fine. We'll do this the other way. You, sir, can get in to reinforce. These two are probably out of movement points. These guys not going to get there. So we do have some reinforcements, which is very nice indeed. This army's going to struggle. I suspect it would lose. Yeah, they got some shaman as well, which is very annoying. They've always got those irritatingly strong units with their umbrellas and parasols. Very bizarre. Anyhow, yeah, that could be an issue if they sally out at us, but we'll just have to see what we can do. We've got surely, you'd hope, enough overwhelming force there. Now, as for this part of the world, this Aztec army is floating around, but we are now moving our armies out of Colatan and Azucatlan. They are being, and Zacatecas, of course. All of those, we've been moving our forces around. This army could yet join us. Oh, that would be absolutely marvellous. I'm not sure these archers are going to be on our side or not, though. But some of the other warriors certainly should. These guys are on our roster. I know that much. So, yeah, Zacatecas Raiders are certainly a unit that we use once or twice in our forces. So I'd quite happily take a few of those with some big experience on us. So we are moving towards Zacatecas over here. This army is mainly distracting, but they might as well give these guys a poke whilst we've got the opportunity. We'll get to that in a moment. Now, Tikal is under siege. Unfortunately, it's about a turn before I'd feel confident with defending it. We do have quite a lot of Jaguar Warriors. Jaguar Warriors are tough, but not really tough enough for a full stack of Spaniards. Now, we'll see if they take their time with that or not, but they are now starting to move. Chichimec is still plagued. I don't know how long that's gone on now. Nearly 10 turns, I imagine. Absolutely ridiculous, but we are just getting a new general every single turn. And, you know, with the Jaguar Warriors being pumped out of these cities, we're doing alright. And I'm pretty certain Alton Heart, yeah, we've got the upgrade done. So we can now build the Great Pyramid, which I believe, yeah, is underway here as well. So we're getting somewhere, suffice to say. Now we should, with this spy here, well, spot or at least run into anyone who tries to come down here. It's pretty hard to get around this part of the world. There's quite a long route here for the Aztecs, who I saw once hovering on the border, but they never came over. So we shouldn't worry about that too much. It's not the end of the world if we lose one. They don't seem to have an awful lot of troops there, and yeah, we did get 2 random units pop up over here who seem to be okay. This scout who's popped up isn't in too bad a position either. I wouldn't mind you going there. You're sort of out of the way on this position, but you might still be able to see people on the path to Zacatecas, which next turn we're going to smash up. But for now, it's time to take on Tlahupejapan, which I think was an average attempt at the pronunciation there. These lads have 4 experience. That is brutal, but I'm hoping sheer force will win us the day here today. But they've got experience, so let's bear that in mind. Let it in. As per always, I've decided to leave 1 unit in the forest by accident because I'm a numpty, but they might well prove useful, so I'm going to send them over in this direction. They can do a little bit of awkward distraction work and a bit of flanking, which is always advantageous for our lovely archer friends here. So we get to use Tlaxcala archers for the first time. I've had lots of these in cities ready to defend, but I've not yet needed them, so yeah, no need to worry about any of that nonsense. Arrow throwers might as well just get charged down by one of our lovely eagle warriors, who of course love to charge on in, and we'll shoot all of our friends in the back because that's apparently the way we do it. So they are down a little bit, but not much worse than us. Okay, you get yourselves back in position. That'll be absolutely marvellous. Okay, archers are into their position on that position over there, which is great use of the English language, my good sir. Potentially go off fire, just go on to general skirmish. That's fine by me. And at this point, we are getting ready for the charge. Okay, we'll just get them to smash on into the front here. And we're going to try and get one of you out here. Coyote Priest, can you do the same as well? Coyote Priest, get yourself around that flank. Native Warriors, you just... yeah, you can do a bit of flanking as well because you're generally pretty poor. Those Eagle Warriors can do the same. Harry Warriors are going to throw in. Those are that's the general unit, isn't it? Yes, indeed it is. But you go, sir, go deal with their priests because they're just standing around at the moment getting shot. Actually, if they're going to stand around getting shot, we'll just let them die. That's fine by us. Okay, you have got around the flank. That is what I want to see. Same with these Eagle Warriors. Oh, they're charging into them. Didn't realise that. Hit those guys. Go to priests. Just deal with them for the time being. You throw your arrows in. That would be absolutely marvellous. And you, sir, get yourself into this position. That is just what I like to see. So they're getting themselves shut down. There's only one of those left. That's absolutely perfect. No real routes going on so far, and no hornet throwers to ruin everything, so I don't know what's happening, which is just lovely. I like not having hornets around to ruin everything. It's great. Now, you two lads have won your little battle out on that flank. That's perfect. And at this point, honestly, can you just charge at those archers? Because that'll just keep them distracted and busy. And you archers, flaming arrows here or there, that'd be perfect. I really should just be making sure I pick them off actually as they rout, so let's get on with that job actually. Infantry, all charge forward at those archers. That'll be absolutely perfect. And all missiles, turn off fire. I think we've got them broken at this point. Just start shooting at whoever you can. You, sirs, just charge them down. There'll be the odd unit who's regrouped, but they'll rout quickly enough, I imagine. And we'll just clear them off as soon as we get the opportunity. Time to end their shame, and in classic fashion, that shame will be ended by having a running race where they'll marginally beat us to the red line of doom. But we'll see what we can take out. We've already taken out 63, so not too bad. In the end, it's much more like 74%. I'll take that, I suppose. 200 lost, not the end of the world. In come the French, and unfortunately, this is going to be the defeat that we were anticipating. Unfortunately, not managing to get a full stack together in time has been a slight issue here. Now, it actually says a 1-to-1 ratio, which is kind of funny. They have a bombard, a couple of their crossbow lads. Okay, so what's the best way of dealing with this? Probably getting into their faces, but I'm not sure how this is going to go. The auto-resolve will probably not work because it's 1-to-1, but it's a better chance than I thought, although there is a full army coming in the rear. Okay, let's take them on. Into battle we go then, and the French, of course, are well armoured, but their general, I notice, is on foot, which is interesting. Now, they do actually have some cav. There are some lancers back here, some mounted cuirassiers, but unfortunately for them, yeah, no general on horseback. Now, there is a bombard, of course, not that there's much to actually bombard, but they'll give it a go, I'm sure. Now, where are they coming? They're coming around to over here, interesting. And some of them are going around to the other side. Fine. We'll speed this up and see how it goes. It's really the cav that terrify me. I mean, the pikemen, they're fairly immobile. We'll take them out if we need to in a slightly more skirmishy kind of a way. You, sir, get over here and go on to guard mode. Same with... Oof! Did you just smash one of my units there? I think you did, you know. Okay. Okay, we're going to get into those lads over here, but what we need to do is throw as many as many javelins as we can into those lads. There are some of those chaps throwing stuff back there. I wouldn't mind getting in a bit closer to them just to cause them a few issues. Likewise over here, same kind of deal. We're going to have guard mode on the front and then get as many javelins as we can into probably that middle unit there, do as much as we can to cause them issues. The cuirassiers are actually being pretty soundly beaten, actually. That's pretty sweet. I'm pleased with that eventuality. So, yeah, they are still firing missiles. Okay, just run into them. Run into them for a moment. No, that's broken us. That's unfortunate. I thought that little flank manoeuvre might have actually been a good idea, but no, apparently not. Let's not worry about those lads. There are some pikemen. Throw your javelins into the pikemen as much as possible because those guys could be a lot of problems, actually. I feel like we need a few more men over this side. You get yourselves over there. How are we doing on this end of the battlefield? 53. You're doing surprisingly okay, actually. So yeah, keep throwing in those javelins. Do your job. Where's the general? Are you? You're over here now. All right, you are the other unit who's just supporting. Fine. Just get as many of those guys killed as possible. We have got ourselves a break now, which is unfortunate. We're going to try and hold them a little bit in this position. Ideally, though, they want to get the javelins in because that's what's going to turn this around to us. They are actually wavering. They are wavering, so it's not as bad as it looks, actually. 15 to 25%. Wow. Yeah, we are actually winning this. A couple breaks aside. Doing a very, very good job indeed. Throw those javelins into that general, if at all possible. Down to 23, and by down I mean he's barely lost anything, of course. 36. You've lost most of your javelins, so you're probably going to come in and guard in a moment. Fine. Over on this side, I can see a route from them. Is it the cav? Might well be the cav. Some pikemen are fleeing, I can see that much. Okay, crossbowmen over there. Yeah, I tell you what. Didn't work last time I tried to flank, but this time I'm not going to do it as insanely as I did before. We'll just make it a little bit more sensible. So you get yourselves over there. You are just trying to take up a slight angled flank position. And you, my good sirs, you need to get in there and help us on guard. Actually, don't guard as you charge in, but do charge in. And as you charge in, There we go. Okay, now shift onto guard mode, and hopefully these 2 javelin units can complete the job. He's down to 4. Oh my daisy, daisy, daisy. He is pretty well beaten here. How are you doing, the rest of you? 6 and 17. Okay, well, we've pretty much got them beaten, actually, haven't we? Right, fine. Throw javelins into them. They're down to 17. What about on this side? This bard, it's very much in their favour. 27.55. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my. There go. That's the general. Victory is afoot. I love it. Okay. That's marvellous news indeed. That's marvellous news. So, and with that, we've broken this flank entirely. Chasing that. In fact, they're heavily armoured. This isn't like taking on the Chichimecs. We can actually chase these lads down. Oh, yes. Chase them down, my good says. And you lads, run over there and help them out. They could do with something, anything, just to give us a bit more. What I need to do, actually, is someone just go and engage them. Thank you very much. You, sir, go and engage them. That was some of our men who just turned into Crispies, which is not really ideal. But if we just try and get on top of these chaps. Yep. Yep, throw in the... Yep, just throw them in. Throw in the numbers. Throw in the numbers. We've got them. We've got the Frenchies on the run, which shouldn't really sound too surprising, but we got the Frenchies on the run, ladies and gents. Oh, that is just glorious. Those 7 can take on that 1. That'll be fine. Those 4 are over there running away. You 65 deal with that. Okay, and actually, no, you need to go get that bombard. Just let those few get away, unfortunately. We'll have to just see how it all goes. Right, everyone, charge them down. Charge them down. I never even noticed the musketeers. Were they in here somewhere? With the crossbowmen? I guess they probably were, you know. Yeah, they're the musketeers. They threw them straight into the conflict, which, of course, as per my guide on how to actually use gunpowder units and how to improve musketeers, that is not how you do it, damn it. Oh, Steve, I think you're going to be a little bit late with that cannon fire. Well, not you. I'm talking to this guy over here. That actually, did he shoot his own man? I think he missed his own lad there, but near enough. Okay, now we should have the pace to chase each and every one of these men down. Oh, what a glorious victory. I wasn't expecting any of this. Technically, they are still fighting, but they're as good as gone. Like ants beneath our feet, a heroic victory to remember down the ages. Captain Chan Balham there taking on the French. And I didn't think we would quite have enough to defeat them there, but only 558 of them. I guess they are smaller units, but I'm pretty pleased with that outcome. Annoyingly, we've got ourselves caught in the trap of being rebels here, which is this lad here is now being attacked outside the city. And what does that mean? That means that it's pulling out the lads in the city. If I withdraw, these guys will just lose. So now I don't get the defence of the city at all, which is absolutely irritating as anything. And they have a lot more cav and a culverin as well, which is irritating. That is very much anti-soldier kind of cannon wear. So, okay. This could be more painful, but we'll just have to do the best we can. Let's hit him. Hilariously, I managed to, yes, leave this as AI controlled. So I'm going to say defensive stance, which I would suggest, sir, means that we get this hill over here. They seem to be running forward weirdly quickly, actually, which could work to our advantage, should we decide to do that. Now, I would say, actually, sir, just go aggressive, just attack them, I would say, because they are looking like they're coming straight into us, and if we can pick up a few units nice and early, I'd be very happy with all of that. So, my good general, you're going to get yourself slaughtered, aren't you? Some musketeers over here being used in terrible, terrible fashion. So we're going to run into them. They are not organised yet. They're still doing a little jiggle, still doing a dance. About 5 of them at the front about to take a shot. And that, unfortunately, is going to upset us, but we'll just charge him and see what damage we... I said aggressive, come on, get in here. Hack them down. Okay, into the musketeers, who are not good fighters, as we well know. And we'll hopefully just hack them down. They're shooting at their own men in the back with the culverin, which is kind of funny. And, oh dear, the conquistadors are coming in. which is not ideal. Right, Mr. General, pull out of there. You, sir, go onto guard as we pull out into the flanks, i.e. our own men. Hit there. Oh, they're coming into us. Our general is very much in a bad place, but we're just going to charge him through. We're keeping them distracted, which is kind of the point. Kind of just making life awkward. Come on. Come on, General. No need to die. Just, General. Yes, I see you there. Run. There we go. Okay. He's got distracted once again. Over there. Stop fighting, Steve. Ah, dear. Okay. So. Right, our general. Somehow this guy's still fighting. Well done, my good sir. Now, I don't know how much damage we can actually cause here because enemy leader's dead. Very nice indeed. Well done, my good sirs. Well done. How is their bodyguard? Oh, was that our... No? Okay, that's ours. Yes, that is our colour, Thomas. I was trying to find their general. Where is their general's banner? Maybe they all got killed and that's why it's like that. I don't know. But we're doing some damage even if we are going to lose here, which is fine, I suppose. Now, my general, get in and help a little bit. Okay, this is interesting because I left this on AI control. Yeah, there we are. We're going to get into the rear of the conquistadors. That'll be fine. Get into there. Oh, cannon. Couldn't have just hit your friends there. Oh, their dismounted conquistadors are going to hack us down now. Unless we can get a route. They're wavering. Come on. Come on. Hack him down. Okay, this is interesting right now. 71% of our allies killed, 39% of theirs. We have killed the general. So at the very least, we've done some good damage here. But unfortunately, I think we're going to get cut down. Conquistadors are actually going. That's another route. Okay. Let's get into these dismounted conquistadors. Let's get them surrounded. We can still achieve something with my 5 men. Oh yes, this is absolutely marvellous. Come on, my lads. Come on, in we go. Hack them down. And they're gone as well, are they? No, that's our own banner. They're wavering, fighting to the death. Okay, let's pull out. Let's give them room. Give them room to flee. Now, they are down to they're 51 now. We've lost most of our men, but we are fighting pretty darn hard here. That's another route. We've got more routes. Okay. Jaguar warriors are taking on some swordsman militia over there. Tell you what. Charge into them. Charge into them. We can get another route. They are... Oof. That is not going to be good for our Jaguars, but we'll take it. They're fighting to death as well. Okay, we are... I don't know how we're still fighting with these lads. It's very, very even for a battle which really shouldn't be going our way, but it's going okay. This general will eventually die, but he dies pretty much no matter what happens in this battle, so I'm quite happy for that to be the case, should it need to. 104 out of 462, okay. Into those sort of buckler men who are really supposed to be taking on pikes and not our kind of chaps. They're just going to get slapped in the head. We're down to 4. We lost one of our men, but he's also routing. Okay, 65. We've lost a surprisingly small amount recently. We have very, very little to actually finish this battle, but can we do it? Let's get those crossbowmen. Let's get on top of those crossbowmen. There is some pike militia over there who we need to rout more than anything else. Get the culverine, actually. Get the culverine. We'll see about those crossbows in a moment. They're... We might just squeeze this victory with 12% remaining. That would be absolutely glorious if so. Eager but winded. They're routing. Okay. As long as their cavalry are gone, we can chase them down fairly freely here, actually. So our 4 men against their 7 cavalry. Yeah, we've hacked them as well. What's left? 67%. I mean... They must have sunk 40 crossbowmen over there. 34 musketeers. You just get on top of them. See, I can't afford to be charging those sort of units. I need that big unit to go and do that. These crossbows, though. Tell you what, we might just have to give it a go. We might just have to give it a go, lads. Charge in. Are these warriors taking them out? Yeah, it looks like they're shooting them in the back, which is annoying because that's about our last full unit we've got. How are you doing? You're shaking. You know what? Can our 4 men actually do this, even though this guy's miles behind? We might be able to, you know. Okay, they've been running away, but we're going to chase down the musketeers instead. Come on. Get into those musketeers. Can we rout those instead? I'd love it if we could rout them. Be absolutely glorious. Hack them down. Are they just retreating at this point? If this is one thing about the remaster of Rome Total War, I can see them withdrawing. And come on, hack them down. Don't really know what we're doing here. We're not really hacking them, but at the very least they're not shooting us, and that's something. I don't think they know what to do right now. We've actually had one of our men killed. The general's right at the back there, but we are managing to do something. Shaken. It's actually in our advantage now. Our warriors grow tired. Indeed they do, but it's 88% to 70 over here. General is personally, there we are, personally seen off those musketeers. I think they are they in retreat? I mean, we don't have any men left. We have nothing left. We have a few Jagger warriors, and I think our other general in the town is still alive, but that's it. We've routed the musketeers. That's absolutely glorious. I don't think we can do much chasing down because we do need to deal with these men over here. Blow the Horn of Destiny. They're actually going to fight us. Oh, my dear general, please don't fall now. That'd be the saddest thing in the world, but he is absolutely surrounded, and I'm not sure he's going to make it out of that. No, withdraw. Withdraw. Pull out of it, sir. Pull out of it. He doesn't want to. He wants to fight to the death. He wants to fight to the death, and, well, fair enough, my good sir. You fought long and hard on this day. Are you going to run, or are you just going to stand there and die? Looks like he's kind of stuck. Down he goes. Well, they cheer. That was one unit too many for us. We should chase down those musketeers when we had the opportunity, but alas, no. We'll have to see where the rest of this goes. That's 89 to 78. But in come the Jaguars, the one unit that actually remains in any decent amount of numbers. And if they can just survive the volley, come on. I think in they finally go. Now, there's still one man of the culverins. They're just chasing that down. Watching the AI behave like numpties is so irritating. Right. We are now, I think, finally going to come in. And General, please don't be the one at the front. You just go onto defensive stance for a moment. No? Okay, we'll just go attack. Fine. They've broken them. They've broken them. We've won. Oh, I could have kept him alive. I really could have kept him alive. But you know what? You know what? It's fine. Somehow, these absolute madmen have managed to hold off this Spanish army here. A noble death for Secundus. Indeed. Well, you know what? He fought hard. He fought true. He threw himself into the fray, and he deserves, well, a hero's death. You should probably try and kill this last crossbowman here, but that's 2 armies of the old world even taken out by us here today. This one, God knows how we did it, but 93% killed. 93%. If that isn't Pyrrhic, I don't know what is. I say that, but I should be able to retrain, assuming I actually have the monies. There we are. So those 2 men are going to run off. Maybe they'll decide to catch them, but victory is ours. They call this a close victory. I would say that was pretty darn heroic. Ah, dear Zacatecas, you are a great hero of these days. So apparently we didn't kill that many, but mostly it was the Jaguar warriors who were holding men off for a while. I don't know what we did, but we did a few key bits of flanking here or there, and somehow we pulled victory from somewhere. I don't know, but that was beautiful. Probably the most important battle then is over here at Chichimec. We need to take out the last Chichimec town. Now, of course, there are a couple full stack armies. There's this one over here, and there's one around here somewhere. My spy did have sight of them, but I think I pulled them back out of the way. There are 2 full stacks hanging around. If we can take out this city here, then oh yes, it's going to be glorious because we can have them for ourselves, and that's really what we need moving forward. We're going to lose a lot to take this town here. We have the inferior force, but actually a lot more hunters and simple lancers than I realised. Actually, it's not a very elite force aside from having a general. Now, to see if anything particularly useful, doesn't look like it. Certainly not. Okay, so this guy's going to go down, and hopefully this lad will be a little bit better. Let's take them out. In we go then, and they have huge piles of men on the walls. This is going to be an absolute bloodbath. I hope you realise this. I do have myself like a full stack of reinforcements, but it's going to be a long and bloody affair, I somehow think. Now, actually, I probably will go and grab the ram, because whilst this is an absolutely insane place to attack, they've actually got themselves in a strange position over here, where they're not actually defending the bit of the wall that I'm attacking over here, which is probably good news for me. Because at the very least I can get some sort of flanking manoeuvre going. Now, are they just climbing off? Very strange. Okay. Well, we are going to... I think they're trying to get around to these lads, but I think they might be a little bit late for that. So what I want to try and do, if at all possible... Where are some of my dog soldiers? Let's get a couple of you over to this part of the world over there. Get yourselves over there. Send some of those braves over to this part of the world. Honestly, if we lose most of this army here today, it's fine, because we are going to gain extra armies in time anyway. Of course, it's well worth bearing that in mind. So you guys get yourselves over here. Yeah, you see, I sent them all the way around there because I wanted to catch them, get around them a little bit, but they seem to just be fleeing from the walls in general. Some of them are shifting around, but in general it's just very bizarre indeed. Okay, Axeman, get yourself into those lances. That'll be perfect. You lads, get yourself around here. Lovely stuff. So we should actually be able to take the gateway surprisingly simply, actually. Okay, fine. Just smash through the gate then. We'll see what we can do. What are we doing? So these lads have climbed up over here. You chaps are going to do the same. You're going to get yourself into that position. Okay, they are going to grab a few general bits and pieces here or there. Okay, they're climbing up here. You can do the same. You climb up here. And you might as well go over to that ladder over there, actually. So yeah, grab yourselves this kind of a position, my good sirs. If I ever actually click on you. Yeah, just run over here for the time being. Okay, their moves are a little bit confusing, if I'm honest. A few fire arrows. Now, the main reason I was getting the archers up here, or over here in general, was to try and get around them once I got the opportunity. So you guys need to get yourselves into there. Apache and Braves, can you likewise do the same? And dog soldiers, just get yourselves over here, because at the moment you're just getting yourselves shot for no good reason, and they're routing. Why are they routing? They're hardly alone. Okay, so over here we are now taking these guys on fairly solidly. In this part of the world, we, well, a few things are going okay. The dog soldiers actually haven't done... What are they even doing? I don't even know. Anyway, these guys are just going to continue to fight. We've got these dog soldiers coming into the ram, which is... Oh, it's just going to burn for no good reason, isn't it? Oh, well, oh, well. Oh, dear, this is something, isn't it? Fine, Zacatecas, raiders, yeah, you guys, can you run in towards the ram, please? We could do with some extra men once we smash through the gate. And, yeah, so you're the general, so you can stay back, but you can run over there as well. As for these guys, who have we got? We'll leave these archers for now. I want to get some of these archers in a little bit later. You can run yourselves in over to there. Now, you lads, you should be throwing your javelins in, presumably at those lads. That's what you should be doing. You guys, throw your javelins into those lads. That's what you should be doing. And the others of them have... Yeah, they've got around here to give us some reinforcements. Okay, this is going all right. We had the odd little rout at the start, particularly over here. That's going to continue with these lads, I suspect. They were supposed to be getting up here to shoot arrows in rather than... There we go. Yeah, rather than get themselves killed. I was hoping, actually, we could get these reinforcements in one sort of like mad bloodbath where the AI just rushes everything. But alas not. Right, you sirs are going to run in. Dog soldiers can just put some fire support up there. Honestly, that will do absolutely fine. And yes, these Apache and Braves can just start to panic everyone inside the town. There we go. So you sirs now get inside, climb up there, and that'll be marvellous. These Apache and Braves, you also can come in. That'll be lovely. And slowly we're chunking our way through them here. These Apache and Braves, I tell you what, you chaps, you come around here. Nice and quick. You run over there. That'll be fine. You lads, you run yourselves up in that direction. That's fine. And then you chaps can go over here. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Glad we got that nice wide flanking ladder over there. These guys are getting themselves chunked down, which is unfortunate, but that's just unfortunately what's going to happen to them. They're now attacking us at the gate here, which, you know, is just a chunking fest, and we'll just see what happens with all of that. Now, can we get any sort of support on any of this? Probably not. What else have we got left? We've got one unit of Apache Braves who, honestly, you can just come to the let's come to the gate, actually. Run over to the gate. That's some dog soldiers as well. Dog soldiers, stand still. Thank you very much. We need to keep one of you back for a bit later. You and the general, just hang out back there. Everyone else can come into battle. These raiders, just come and do something. We'll slowly hack our way through all of these, lads. I hadn't noticed, there are actually some of their archers, presumably some of the reinforcements, shooting us from here. Are they trying to take on... Yeah, I think they're trying to take on these guys. I think, yeah, the dog soldiers are now shooting them down. You lads, don't worry about any of that. Just run off there for the time being. The general's just going to take out that unit. That's what he's there for, just to mop things up where necessary. Everyone at the gate got themselves slaughtered. Okay. This could be better, but that's their general. That's something, I suppose. Apache and Braves throw in some javelins. That'll be fine. They are a bit isolated and they're a bit doomed. You guys just run in and give them some support, but I suspect they're going to rout before very long. They're wavering and apparently exhausted, which is not a particularly good mix. No. So. You guys have largely done your job over here. We've got this bit of the wall. You guys get yourselves down there and start attacking them. Or actually, come around here and start attacking these lads instead. And the gateway is an absolute disaster zone, but it's fine because the other end of the battlefield is going our way. Here come a few fire arrows into the back of our own men. Well, at least one of them hit the enemy shamans, but oh well. Won't worry about that. Basically, this whole section of wall is now entirely ours, which is absolutely marvellous. Some of these lads are now climbing down the walls. Get yourselves onto the ground there, sirs. That'll be great. And yeah, so we are slowly getting them onto our side. 25% to 55%. Some of the reinforcement forces now actually becoming active as we gradually lose more and more of our men. Hardly surprising. Let's just charge in there. The Chichimec Lancers are waiting for us. They're going to kill us, and then we're going to run off once again. It's going to be great fun. At this point, many of them are now fleeing back towards the plaza, which is good news indeed. And I think at this point we're going to start catching these guys in the flank, actually. Start chasing them down. I reckon we've got them here. At this point we are now just pushing them back to the plaza. Any last group who pushes their way out are getting themselves cleared off. So the rear entrance is slowly getting secured. There are actually only a couple of those archers, because I could see a few shooting at me, but no, it's not as bad as it looks. Can all these guys actually come back over here, please? That would be lovely. Yeah, we're starting to get a load of our archers into position. These lads are reinforcements. They'll take a little bit of time, but it's fine. We're going to make it eventually. It's actually the war leader's guard who's come out to us this time. That's surprising, I would suggest. Okay, well that's fine because we are actually getting more and more reinforcements into the flank here. We were getting some archers, some dog soldiers up onto the walls, so works for me, I suppose. Right. Hack him down to 15. Such a chunky affair, this. I mean, after those two brutal battles with the French and Spanish, yes! Down goes the Chichimec leader. We are so close, ladies and gents. We are so close. Obviously, there's a couple, or at least one or two generals out in the field somewhere, so it doesn't matter if we lose and we kill him. We still need to finish off this battle here, but things are looking pretty darn good, all things considered. These reinforcement archers are making their way in. These lads might as well do it, but I'm not sure how far they're going to do. Right, yes, we do have a shot to the plaza from up here. I wasn't sure about that, but we do indeed. So that is marvellous. Okay, we're just going to send these guys to go and give those lads a poke. And yeah, we'll just wait for some of these dog soldiers to arrive. Some of them have a position up on the hill over here. They might be able to do something. Okay, that is absolutely lovely. So we're going to start giving them a poke. Here comes some fire. Is that us starting to rout? Indeed it is. That's unfortunate. Just pull out there for the moment, lads. Pull out there for the sec. Apparently we're going to take them on the plaza. I didn't tell them to do that, but apparently they've decided to do it themselves. I probably did misdirect them at some point. Oh well, it's all fine. We'll just keep shooting them. Apparently the dog soldiers want to be over here now, which probably makes more sense, to be honest. Probably does make more sense. At this point, though, it's just a bloodbath. Let's just get all units in here, shooting or charging. I don't really mind what anymore. Time to finish off the Chichimecs, and this has been, oh well, a slow slug of an episode. I mean, I had to do quite a lot of end turns at the start before anything really went down, so it's actually taken me quite a while to record this. But with 3 brutal battles, ooh yes, we are just about going to come on the right side of all of them. That 90-odd% lost in the mine territories. That was something, but this is big. The Chichimec are no more, ladies and gentlemen. 0 remain. Oh, that is glorious. They killed best part of 1,000. We killed just over it. And with that, the Chichimec have lost their final settlement. As far as I know, they are not a hoarding faction, and that means this army, Chief Totol over here, and the other experienced army somewhere in the forest are going to join us. We will sack it. Oh yes. Oh yes. Now that's my general. We actually didn't get much at all. That's a bit disappointing. Yeah. 5 units of Zacatecas raiders. Raiders at 3 experience. Now that is delicious. Can hide anywhere with 3 experience. That is what we need to see. The Chichimec tribes have been taken out. Now. Oh, hell now, my brown cow. What are we going to do with all of this nonsense? Now, you are scarred. You're only 23. Wow. Okay. I reckon, sir, your job needs to be to take our men up north, and you are going to make sure that we secure the lands against the French invasions in the north. That is your job. In fact, I think that could be your mate's job as well, actually. And unfortunately, you don't have Nomad like him, I guess, so you can't go as far. You're now stuck behind him. Oh no, you can. It's just the game's being weird about it. I'm not sure it was actually calculating Nomad on that. Oh well, you know what, that's fine. So we've gained ourselves another unit of Zacatecas raiders over there. Those are my scouty peasants. That's marvellous. Now I thought we'd have to do a lot more chunking away down here than we ended up having to in the end, which is just beautiful. Now this guy can move off in this direction. I'm going to go down a watchtower because I can. Albeit I've been able to do that for a little while, but I could do with that as I move towards the Aztecs. So, ladies and gents, there are only 2 more factions with actual land. The French have failed to take land, albeit, yeah, they probably will at some point. But as we've seen here today, we can hold off with, well, 3/4 of a stack of Apache Barrett. It wasn't even that, actually. It was probably only about what we got here. So, yeah, impressive work from us there. We managed to hold off somehow. Hold off the Spanish when we got caught outside the town, which wasn't ideal. But this lad managed to do it. He's a handsome alcoholic, but damn well he can fight. Damn it, he's brave. So, maybe the counterattack against the Spanish needs to start coming. If we can beat them like that in the field, well, actually, maybe not this many conquistadors. They probably do need to attack us in the town. But, things are looking better. We've got money in the kitty far more often. We got ourselves mines being built in some of these towns. He picks a town which doesn't have mines, but I'm sure some of these towns had mines. Yeah, this one has mines. So, yeah, 800 from the mines there, 640 from the mines there, 480 from the mines there. All absolutely glorious. And okay, Aztecs are our next target, and we've got some generals now. We've got some generals down here, a few of them. We've got a couple more Chichimec generals who can head up north and help out with the French. And then we've got all the world's generals in the world down here to take on the Spanish, who of course are probably going to be the hardest of them. But as you've seen today, not as difficult as perhaps we might have anticipated. So I'm excited to see where we go next time. There's going to be some huge battles with massive full stacks against the Aztecs to take them out. But I think we know how we can do that now, ladies and gents. This looked impossible at the start, but it's looking much more probable now. And I hope you will join me for the next episode. I'm Simon Human, and this has been our Medieval 2 American Rebels campaign. Thank you, and bye-bye.
By Jove, it is a marvellous, marvellous day. Spiffing, one would say. Any one for Pims. He has seen the light. He's joined the anarchy. He is cruel and cunning. And you know what? He likes a little drink, and I think that's marvellous. La 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 la, chop your way through the peasants. One shot! No!